Welcome to SPASRO. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we will see about Uranus in 5th house. In astrology, the placement of Uranus in the 5th house of a natal birth chart can have certain influences and characteristics associated with it. However, please note that astrology is a belief system, and its interpretations are subjective and not scientifically proven. Here's a general interpretation of Uranus in the 5th house. The 5th house in astrology is often associated with creativity, self-expression, romance, children, and leisure activities. Uranus is considered the planet of innovation, change, and unpredictability. When Uranus is placed in the 5th house, it can bring unique and unconventional energy to these areas of life. Here are some potential interpretations. 1. Creativity and self-expression. Individuals with Uranus in the 5th house might possess a very original and inventive approach to artistic and creative endeavors. They could be drawn to avant-garde forms of expression and might enjoy experimenting with various art forms that challenge traditional norms. 2. Romance and relationships. This placement can indicate a tendency to form relationships that are unconventional or unexpected. Individuals may be attracted to partners who are different from the norm or who bring a sense of excitement and change to their lives. Relationships might start and end suddenly or unpredictably. 3. Parenting and children. Uranus in the 5th house could suggest a unique approach to parenting. These individuals might encourage their children to think independently and embrace their individuality. They might also have a non-traditional approach to child rearing. 4. Hobbies and leisure activities. People with this placement might be drawn to hobbies and leisure activities that are out of the ordinary. They could have an interest in activities that involve technology, innovation, or unconventional forms of entertainment. 5. Risk-taking and adventure. There might be a desire for excitement and adventure in life. These individuals might enjoy taking risks and trying new things, seeking experiences that break away from the routine. 6. Unpredictable love affairs. Uranus in the 5th house can bring unexpected and sudden romantic connections. Love affairs or attractions might come and go quickly, and relationships could be characterized by an element of unpredictability. 7. Embracing change. Individuals with this placement may be comfortable with change and tend to embrace it rather than resist it. They could have a forward-thinking mindset and be open to new ideas and perspectives. Remember that astrology interpretations can vary widely, and individual experiences may differ from these general tendencies. It's important to approach astrology with an open mind and take interpretations as a form of insight rather than definitive predictions. If you're interested in learning more about your birth chart, consider consulting with a professional astrologer who can provide personalized insights based on your unique birth details. Certainly, here are some additional points to consider about Uranus in the 5th house in astrology. 8. Rebellion and individuality. The presence of Uranus in the 5th house can emphasize a strong need for individuality and personal freedom in creative expression and relationships. These individuals may resist conforming to societal norms and instead choose to stand out for their uniqueness. 9. Artistic innovation. Those with Uranus in the 5th house may have a knack for pushing the boundaries of traditional art forms. They might introduce unconventional techniques, styles, or mediums that challenge established norms within the art world. 10. Spontaneity and playfulness. This placement can bring a sense of spontaneity and playfulness to one's approach to life. People with Uranus in the 5th house might enjoy impromptu adventures and activities, seeking out opportunities for excitement and enjoyment. 11. Creative breakthroughs. Uranus is often associated with sudden insights and breakthroughs. When placed in the house of creativity, it can indicate moments of inspiration and innovation that lead to significant advancements in artistic or creative endeavors. 12. Children's influence. Uranus in the 5th house might signify that children or young individuals play a significant role in the native's life. These individuals might be inspired by their interactions with younger generations and may find unique ways to connect with them. 13. Unconventional parenting. If these individuals become parents, they could take an unconventional approach to parenting. They may encourage their children to think independently, embrace change, and pursue their passions, even if they deviate from societal norms. 14. Social causes and activism. People with this placement might feel drawn to advocating for social change and reform through their creative pursuits. They may use their artistic talents to raise awareness about important issues or challenge the status quo. 15. Love for technology. Uranus is linked to technology and innovation, so its placement in the 5th house might indicate a love for technological advancements and modern forms of entertainment. These individuals might enjoy incorporating technology into their creative projects. 16. Eccentric expression. This placement can encourage an eccentric and quirky approach to self-expression. People with Uranus in the 5th house might embrace their oddities and use them as a source of creativity and uniqueness. 17. Balancing stability and freedom. A potential challenge with Uranus in the 5th house is finding a balance between the desire for freedom and the need for stability in relationships and creative pursuits. Striking this balance can lead to personal growth and fulfillment. Remember that these interpretations are general in nature and may not apply to every individual with this placement. Astrology is open to various interpretations, and personal experiences can greatly influence how these astrological tendencies manifest in a person's life. Of course, here are a few more insights regarding Uranus in the 5th house. 18. Unconventional creative outlets. People with Uranus in the 5th house might be drawn to artistic mediums that are considered unconventional or cutting edge. They may have an affinity for new and emerging art forms, embracing the avant-garde and the experimental. 19. Sudden inspirations. Creative ideas and inspirations might come to these individuals suddenly and unexpectedly. They might experience bursts of creativity that lead to innovative projects or works of art that stand out for their originality. 20. Fluctuating hobbies and interests. Individuals with Uranus in the 5th house could have a tendency to change their interests and hobbies frequently. Their creative pursuits might undergo shifts and transformations as they explore various avenues of expression. 21. Unique approach to entertainment. These individuals might seek out entertainment that is out of the ordinary or intellectually stimulating. They could be intrigued by futuristic themes, science fiction, or activities that challenge their minds. 22. Attracted to unconventional relationships. Uranus in the 5th house can bring an attraction to relationships that are different from the norm. These could include open relationships, long-distance connections, or partnerships with people from diverse backgrounds. 23. Reinventing romance. Romance and dating might not follow traditional patterns for these individuals. They may find excitement in changing the rules of courtship and bringing a fresh perspective to romantic encounters. 24. Innovative parenting styles. If they become parents, those with this placement might introduce innovative parenting techniques. They could encourage their children to think critically and independently, fostering an environment of growth and exploration. 25. Fascination with youth culture. People with Uranus in the 5th house might have an affinity for youth culture, even as they grow older. They might relate well to younger generations and stay attuned to emerging trends. 26. Challenging gender roles. This placement can signify a willingness to challenge traditional gender roles and expectations. These individuals might be advocates for gender equality and embrace non-binary or fluid identities. 27. Creative collaboration. Collaborative efforts in creative projects might thrive with Uranus in the 5th house. These individuals could work well in innovative and forward-thinking teams, where their unique ideas contribute to the group's success. 28. Expressing inner uniqueness. Individuals with this placement might use their creative talents to express their inner sense of uniqueness and individuality. Through their art and self-expression, they can communicate their distinct perspective on the world. 29. Embracing flaws and imperfections. Uranus in the fifth house could encourage a self-accepting attitude towards one's flaws and imperfections. These individuals might incorporate their vulnerabilities into their creative work, making their art more relatable and authentic. Remember that astrology interpretations are subjective and can vary widely based on an individual's life experiences, beliefs, and personal choices. While these insights offer a glimpse into potential influences, how they manifest in a person's life can be quite unique. It's important to approach astrology with an open mind and use it as a tool for self-reflection and exploration.